If you're here because your inner critic feels loud lately, if it's been narrating everything you do, questioning your choices, telling you you're behind or not doing enough or somehow missing something, I want to start by saying this very clearly. Your inner critic is not a voice of judgment. It is not proof that something is wrong with you, and it is not a sign that you're failing healing, mindset work, or manifestation. Your inner critic is a signal. It's your nervous system saying something doesn't feel safe yet. And for a lot of people, that sentence alone brings relief because it means you're not broken. You're responding exactly the way a human nervous system responds when it senses pressure, uncertainty, or threat. Most of us were taught to treat the inner critic like an enemy, to argue with it, override it, replace it with positive thoughts. But if you've ever tried that and felt more exhausted afterward, that's because you were trying to calm a body-based response with mental effort. And effort for a stressed nervous system often feels like more pressure. So in this video, we're not going to fight your thoughts. We're not going to force affirmations. We're not going to reframe anything right away. We're going to start where the inner critic actually begins, in the body. Why the inner critic gets louder when you try harder. Here's something that doesn't get talked about enough. When your nervous system is dysregulated, your brain's job is to scan for danger. And one of the ways it does that is through self-criticism. The inner critic often sounds personal, but neurologically, it's protective. It's the brain saying, if I can identify what's wrong, maybe I can prevent something bad from happening. That's why the critic shows up most when you're overwhelmed, you're transitioning, you're resting but don't feel safe resting, or you're about to expand or change. And here's the part that matters for healing. When you try to reason with the inner critic while your nervous system is still in alarm, the system hears effort as urgency. Urgency tells the body we're not safe yet, so the critic doubles down. This is why affirmations sometimes backfire, not because they're wrong, but because the body isn't ready to receive them. Before the mind can soften, the nervous system has to feel safe. That's what we're going to do now. Somatic quiet practice, core experience. If at any point you want to pause, adjust, or keep your eyes open, please do. You're in control the entire time. Step 1. Arrival and contact. Start by finding a comfortable seat. Let your feet rest on the floor. Let the chair support your weight. And before we change anything, just notice what's already holding you. Notice the pressure of your feet, the contact of your back, the place where your hands are resting. You don't need to relax. You don't need to calm down. Just notice. Take a slow breath in through your nose and a slightly longer breath out through your mouth. Again, in and out. Let your shoulders drop a millimeter. Not because you're trying to relax, but because you're letting gravity do some of the work for you. Step 2. Orientation. Telling the body, we're here. Now, gently let your eyes move around the room. Slowly, let your gaze land on shapes, edges, colors, light. You're not looking for danger. You're looking for neutral. Something ordinary, something steady. When you find something that feels even slightly pleasant or grounding, let your eyes rest there. And while your eyes rest, notice your breath without changing it. Orientation is powerful because it answers one question for the nervous system. Where am I right now? And right now, you're here. You're seated, and nothing is asking you to perform. Stay with that for 2 breaths. Step 3. Locating the inner critic in the body. Now, and this is important, we're not going to analyze the critic. We're not going to replay the thought. Instead, Just gently bring to mind a recent moment when the inner critic showed up. Lightly, like touching the edge of a memory, not stepping inside it. As you do, notice what happens in your body. Where does it land? Maybe it's a tight jaw, a pressure in your chest, a heaviness in your stomach, a constriction in your throat. There's no right answer. And here's something crucial to remember. That sensation is not evidence that the critic is right. It's evidence that your system learned to protect you this way. Just notice it. Step 4. Boundary through pressure and movement. Now gently press your hands into your thighs. Not hard, just enough to feel resistance. This isn't about pushing the sensation away. It's about giving your body a boundary. As you keep that gentle pressure, slowly turn your head to the left and back to center. Slowly turn your head to the right and back to center. Move like you have all the time in the world. And as you do this, keep awareness of the sensation in your body, but don't merge with it. You're noticing it, not becoming it. That distinction matters. Repeat one more slow turn each way. And if it feels right, silently say, I don't have to solve this right now. My body can soften first. Notice if anything shifts, even slightly. Step 5. Vagal humming, settling the system. Now we'll use sound. Take a breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, hum gently. Not loud, not forced, just enough to feel vibration. We'll do 3 rounds. Inhale, hum. Again, inhale, hum. One more time. Inhale, hum. Then pause. Notice what's different. Maybe the sensation softened, maybe it moved, maybe it feels farther away. You don't need it to disappear. Quiet is enough. The explicit transition. Now that your nervous system is regulated, even a little, you're in the exact state needed for conscious creation. This is the part most people miss. Neville Goddard, state first, then imagination. Neville Goddard talked about the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And for years, people tried to generate that feeling through excitement, visualization, or effort. But what Neville was really pointing to was state. A regulated nervous system is the feeling state. When your body feels safe, imagination feels believable, thoughts feel less forced, desire doesn't feel urgent. This is why manifestation feels impossible when you're anxious and effortless when you're calm. So from this quieter state, we don't force affirmations. We imagine gently. Picture one small moment going well today. Nothing dramatic, nothing impressive. Maybe it's replying to a message calmly, completing a task without spiraling, resting without guilt. Let yourself see it, and notice how your body responds, not your thoughts. That's the work. The subtle trap and real-life use. Here's the trap that brings the inner critic back. Checking. Why do I still feel this? Is it working? Shouldn't I be further along? That's not failure. That's the nervous system scanning again. So remember this rule. When the inner critic appears, don't answer it. Regulate first. Then move gently. Orientation, pressure, sound, then one small action. Your body isn't the obstacle, it's the doorway. If you tried this, tell me, what helped your body more today? The grounding or the humming? And next, we'll talk about the most convincing inner critic of all, the one that sounds calm, logical, and reasonable, and why that version keeps people stuck the longest. Until then, keep it gentle, keep it grounded, and keep coming back to safety.